Here is my top 8 opinion that I think every woman should follow. I don't need to prove that I can do what men does, but I would rather master what women can do.
What do you mean? I don't understand. Isn't everything is about being equal with the men?
No, I don't have to be equal with you. I don't have to even prove that I am like you, because Allah created me differently and I accept this fact, and I'm not a man, I'm a woman, and I think it's better to do like a woman stuff than do like a man stuff. I don't want to go outside and worry about getting money or like have money. I just want to be at home and take care of myself and take care of my wife or like of my husband.
So what wifey stuff you talking about?
Like cook and take care of you and make sure that you're home at your comfort zone, and you when you finish your responsibility and come back home, you find like a perfect environment for you to have like a free mind.
Why can't I do it myself? And you can go out work as well.
So why did you marry me? Like if you can do everything your own, why you're marrying me from the beginning?
To have a partner.
So like you have a partner, you can also have a roommate with you and it's gonna be a partner with you.
True, but I'm married to you first for a partner, and second to help each other grow. But we can do the same thing by doing 50-50.
No, I can help you grow by you focusing outside. I don't have to worry about other things. Focus on your expertise, and I focus on my expertise. I don't have to worry about it.
Okay, let's go to the next one.
My second opinion that you should stop chasing your career and instead you should focus on your home. So from my point of view, when I decided to get married, I want to have a fully attention to my home, to my house, to my kids, to my husband. I don't want to run outside. I don't want to have my mind outside of the house worrying about my work, worrying about other men stuff. No, I would rather just stay at home.
If you stay home and you don't have career, let's just say something bad could happen, then what are you gonna do? You should build your career so that you have a safe plan.
You understand this wrong. For example, after I got graduated, I have to work for a little bit. I have to educate myself. I have to complete my study. So I will be aware about everything. But after I tried everything, after I did everything, I choose now to leave all of that and just get married for you. So you just can focus on my other phase of my life right now.
Okay, so basically what you're saying, there's no going back from here.
No, there's no going back. If I need to, if my husband need me to do that, and it's like we have an agreement that I have to go work, then yeah, sure, I can do it. I can do everything. I'm not saying that I cannot do. I can do, but I choose to not to do it.
Choose to not go out and work.
Yeah, this is my choice. I choose to just stay at home, make my husband happy, make my kids happy, and instead of just going outside and run about work and just be late and all of this. And girl, like I understand that building your career is something very, very important, and this is what everyone taught you, which is I agree 100%. You have to build your career, you have to worry about it. But once you get the decision of you getting married, you have to consider right now there is other person. He's so important in your life, and if you have kids, they also so important in your life that you are able to leave your work, to leave your career for them. If you think your career is more important, your future is more important, then when like you don't have to take the decision of getting married right now. You have to settle down a little bit, because this decision
in a marriage, two people come together to grow together.
Exactly.
Right? So because you come together, you bring in with the opportunities that I couldn't have, bringing with the abilities that I could never have. Right. And I come in the picture of a marriage with a lot of abilities that you probably wouldn't have. Right. And then we both come together and make a thing that we call it a couple, like a marriage.
Exactly.
I'm great at what I'm doing, she's great at what she's doing. She don't have to come and do 50% of my work. I don't have to go there and do 50% of her work. Now in a situation that things doesn't work out well, she is sick, I'm sick, then we're gonna get up, be like, hey, what do you want from me in your categories of the job that you're supposed to do? And you will get up and you'll fill out that 50% then.
This is what called husband and wife, and this is what called couple, and having a mercy in our relationship. I'm not saying that you shouldn't work. You can work if you want, but trust me, once you get married, work is gonna be a very burden, like such a huge burden in you. And it's gonna stop you of taking care of yourself. Like you will not find any time to take care of yourself. For example, you feel yourself like you're running whole day just to be a wife or to just be at work, perfect at work. You will not claim both of them.
Yeah, in my opinion, if you're at a stage where you are both young couple and you want to struggle, which is probably going to be the most of the people here, you both should work. But you have to tell as a husband I have to tell my wife that, look, your responsibility is actually house, kids, and everything that fall under that, whether that's teaching the kids, growing good, God-fearing kids, okay, good, decent kids, versus what's happening in the house. This is your responsibility, and my responsibility is to make sure you have nothing to worry about when it comes to money.
Yeah, and you have
Nothing,
to. You have
okay?
to.
I'll provide everything when it comes to that. But let's just say, okay, you want to work, you can work, but you have to make sure this is your first priority. Let's just say work involve in the priorities that is your first, for example, wife duties, then you should either go on part-time or leave the job in total, as long as your husband is providing for it, right?
I agree.
If it's not, then it's a different scenario. And I'll do the same thing. Like if I want you to do something, I can do it, but as long as it doesn't burden my own actual duty.
I'm gonna expect exactly same thing from him to do his duty and provide me with what I need, money, security, and everything. I don't want him to come help me with the kitchen and don't give me money, for example. Like, it's fine if like he's not able to do this, I will do it, but in a perfect environment, I will rather him, like, I need that from him, and I'm gonna expect that from him, and he has to expect that from me as well, to give him my duty and my responsibility in a full way. My third opinion that I think also you shouldn't split any bill with a guy. And if you are, for example, interviewing a guy right now that he has a potential with you, and he asks you this question, are you okay to split bills with me? Or like you order something in the restaurant and he told you to just pay the half of it. This is a big red flag. He's not a man. He's not aware about his deen. First of all, he's not aware about his responsibility, second of all, and third of all, it's not a good sign. It's a red flag, and you shouldn't consider this man.
A man should be able to pay everything for the woman. I understand not everyone is going to be capable of it. That's completely fine. The discussion here is not that if you can pay or not. The discussion here is that you should pay. You should have that in your mind, that everything my wife needs, I'm going to be the provider for that. No matter what, I have to do 2 jobs, 10 jobs, 100 jobs, I have to stay up all night to work. It's my duty to provide what she needs, period. So if you're going out to eat, there's no splitting bill, and she's not even going to ever say that I'm going to pay, unless I have no money.
You should take it as an insulting for you as a man. Like if a woman told you I'm going to pay for this, you should get insult about it. That your woman said something like that.
You should be very insulted for the fact that you're asking your wife to pay for it. Now this is like a best case scenario. Let's just say you're not have enough money, your wife has enough money, so then that's a different scenario.
That's completely fine.
If the situations are against in terms of what you can't do, for example, you lost a job, things are happening not good, then of course that's a different scenario. That's not what we're talking about. And when it comes to dating, now this is also a different sector. What do you think in dating? You're not married yet.
I'm not gonna pay. I know that something actually, like, it could be fine, and there's a lot of people consider this as a fine thing, but for me personally, it's not fine at all.
I don't think
because you know what, I'm sorry for interrupting you, but in this like first period of our life, when we start getting to know each other, we have to show our best, like what we have the best in our in our mind and everything. And if his best to ask me to split the bills with him, that's not something good at all.
And I agree with the fact, as long as the dating is not actually 2-year, 5-year thing. As long as the dating is just to the point of getting to know each other, because we're Muslim, we don't date. So that conversation before marriage is always in the presence of our parents, right? So technically we don't really spend anything, because her parents is doing everything for that meeting, or my parents are doing for that meeting. But the thing is, the girls are misusing guys because of this fact that they have to pay. So you have to tell your partner, like the person you're meeting, that I'm entrusting to know you to get married. My job here will be done in 5 to 6 sittings, 6 meetings, and I'll know everything in you based on what I know now. Okay, or based on what I think you'd be good fit or not, and based on that 5-6 dates, you should fund it no matter what, because it will take you that much time to get to know someone. But at the end of the day, if that's more, and if it's dragging over the years and years, I think that's where you should, first of all, it's haram. You shouldn't do it, period. And second thing, this is where you should draw a boundary. It's like, no, I'm not, if you really want me to, if you need more time for me to know each other, I'm not going to pay for everything. We should split the bills.
And again, and just to clarify this point and end it, we are not talking about situation, we are talking about the mindset. If you have a guy that his mindset, I'm okay for my wife to split bills with me, or I need, or I want my wife to do, or she should do that, so this mindset is like red flag and it's X, you shouldn't consider it. But situations after marriage, like there is some situation like you and your husband in restaurants, you want to have fun and he don't have enough money right now, but you have, it's okay, do it. We all do this, my mom does this, I'm pretty sure also your sister do that, a lot of people do that. It's totally okay, you shouldn't even think about it. But if it's a mindset, so then here is the problem. The fourth opinion that I think also you should consider in your mind, that you should listen to your man that you respect. I like, and I'm proud of that I really need a man to lead me, like a husband to lead me, not like a random man. I need my husband to lead me, and I want him to lead me outside of the house, because I believe his leadership in a perfect environment is gonna be good for me, and I trust him, and this is why I choose to marry him, because I trust him, I trust his leadership to me, and I have no problem if he lead me, because I know that at the end of the day he's gonna take me to a place that I dream of, and he's gonna do the best for me.
Now, this is where I have to come in from my point of view, is that if my wife trusts me this much, I need to make sure every decision I make is carefully structured, is carefully looked at, and is have tried and tested for many different ways, okay? So that I know that I'm making the best decision, so I never let this trust down from her side. Now, the decision you will make, it could be wrong, that's completely fine, but then as the leader you have to understand that I made a wrong decision, okay? Now it's my turn to let her lead in this specific context, because her decision was a better one, right? For example, if you're making a decision XYZ, and now she wants ABC and I'm like XYZ, so at the end of the day we'll go with XYZ because I have the more authority in this sector to go with that decision. We will make the decision. Now later on we figure out that this decision is actually wrong, then I'm gonna come back to her. First of all, I'm gonna bring my ego down and tell her I'm sorry that I didn't listen, or that your reasons were actually better, okay? And second, I'm gonna see now in this sector, because I failed once, and I don't want to keep my ego up and do the same thing or relatively different but same thing, because at the end it's hurting the family. So I'm going to come back to her, I'm going to tell her like, look, XYZ didn't work out, we will go with ABC because this is you were right all along, okay? So in future, if things like this happen, I'll likely lean towards more of your opinion in this specific sector.
And this is what good leadership we are talking about it looks like. So if you have a good leadership, he will be okay to listen to you. It doesn't mean that if you make your man lead you, that you're gonna be like an robot, just like follow your husband without like thinking about anything. No, because he's a leadership, he will listen to you and he will come back to you and he will consider all the time your opinion, but at the end of the day, what he think it's better, he will do it because you trust him and you have to trust him. And I also have no problem for him to take a full credit on his, like, about his fault or his mistake. I don't want someone to come to blame me. For example, if I did a bad decision, I don't want anyone to come blame me, like, and tell me that this is what you did to our family. He's okay and he have like full credit of that. If he did a bad decision, it's gonna be on him because this is his place. And again, because he's the leadership, whenever he thinks my opinion is better or like what I said is better, he will come and tell me, which has happened a lot. And you have to understand that it happens a lot. If you have a good man that you respect and he respects you.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, I know that I'm just as figuring things out as anyone else. So I'm gonna make wrong decisions. You have to come back to your partner and tell them I made a wrong decision. Now we're gonna move from this. But most of the case so far, I think I have been making good decisions in terms of living,
honestly,
moving, work. And mostly like the bigger sectors of decision. I don't know if the God has put man in the condition that they are able to make better decisions. There's smaller things about the apartments that we were like, okay, we can, like, a little bit tricky, we should do it, should not, and I was like, you know what, I'll figure out, let's do it anyways. And she was very scared, but turns out there was no problem. Like I said, it happens like right there and then.
Yeah, exactly. You have to understand that he's a leader and he will he will never want to do anything bad for you. This is what you have to, this is what trust means. As we trust our God that he will never, like, even if there is a bad situation happening to our life, like, this is our faith that Allah did this for a reason. Exactly with my husband. Of course, I'm not gonna compare him with Allah, of course, astaghfirullah, but I mean that he know what he do. So even though, like, if I think it could be not that great, but I have to trust him. This is what the trust means.
And you have to understand that your partner is not against you.
Yeah,
if you're
exactly,
following your husband or obeying your husband, it triggers a lot of women. You have to understand that your husband is never against you. They are built in a way that they will always make sure that your wife and your kids are taken care of first, and then the family. Like my immediate family, I'll think second, because they have their own protectors or own people to care about. Hers, she don't have it. You have to understand this one big concept, that your mom loves you because you're her son. Your dad loves you because you're her son. Your sisters loves you because they are your siblings. But your wife loves you because who you are right now. It's never because of anything. Your wife always loves you because
they choose you.
They choose you, right? Because who you are at this moment. There's no blood relationship between them. And similarly, the other way around. Like, I love her and she loves me, so I have to understand and put a foundation in my mind that my wife will never think bad of us in general.
True.
It's just that her decision could be wrong, or she might not be educated, she might not have experience. That's the whole different scenario. But if you come back and basically shake the foundation of asking the question, like, do you really want me? Or if you shake the foundation of a very basic question that I cannot trust her, then it's just all up for a big battle.
Exactly.
Like you're gonna be fighting. As long as you understand that I'm gonna make a decision that's not gonna be against her kids, my kids, our family, then everything is fine. Do whatever decision you want to make as a husband. So she will think that, okay, as a husband you can do whatever decision you want to make. Similarly, as a wife, I'd be like, okay, I trust you with everything in my whole life. Do whatever you think you could. I'm sure you're gonna make the right decision.
Yeah, exactly. And the more you trust him, the more he will appreciate that, and the more that he's gonna be very careful to do the best for you. Trust me. Just give him all the respect that he needs. He will appreciate it, and he will be very careful because he know that this woman trusts me that much. So I have to be like trustworthy. I have to gain this trust.
Exactly. So when a woman come back to you and tell you like this big thing, that I trust you with my life and everything, you are at a higher level now. You just gonna walk like, trust me, like as a man I would walk different. I do walk different, knowing that my wife has 110% support of what the next step I'm gonna make. Even though she might not know it, but she's like, okay, if he made that step, he took that step, I'm sure he made it right. Like, you would just walk with the confidence that you have no idea. Like, if there's any of the guys watching, trust me, if your wife come back to you with this much support, you will walk different. You will just think of yourself a different man. It's like, hey, you're the king of the world. Trust me, it changes your world. And then, because when you think that, it also put a lot of pressure on you to make sure that you made the right decision. And that's why you have to go to the grind and do everything in your power to make sure that your wife and kids are taken care of.
Yeah, and trust me, like, just I need you to imagine this life that you are married to someone. You don't have to care about anything. You don't have to care about the like house stuff. It's such a peaceful life that you will never imagine. It's even peaceful more than me going worry about other stuff than like outside of my responsibility. It's like very peaceful thing. You as a man, think about it. You are just going to work, and you know this is the only thing you do. You go back to home. You find like your home is a perfect environment for you, like a very comfort zone for you. You'll be so happy. It's like literally a perfect life.
Yeah, imagine you're coming home and your wife has cooked food, favorite food. You come home, you just put your clothing down, you had a great chat with the wife, and you go to sleep and wake up and do the thing. So you're going work with the fresh, while your wife spent time to prepare for her food. The kids are there taking care of her and spending time and making sure that you're looking for. It's honestly the greatest feeling you can ever have, because something about this, Allah has said that for us. Allah has put some things in her mind that she's more at home when she's doing the duty that the wives should be doing. And when I'm out there struggling or grinding, I feel at the best because I feel like God has put in that concept in me that as a man, this is your duty. And I'm more prone to do even better at that stage. She's prone to be doing even better at the things that
Exactly,
she's
yeah,
doing.
yeah,
But
yeah.
if we cross our paths, that's where it gets tough because now it's gonna be such a struggle for me to go cook, for example, and it's gonna be such a struggle for her to go out and make money. And
Exactly.
in the world that's run
So
by
it's gonna be
men
very
mainly.
disturbed. Like it's gonna be
Yeah.
very disturbing life. It's not like a peaceful life that you will all the time dream of. Next opinion, that you should understand that you need your husband, you don't want him. Because like wanting something, if you want your husband, you like as you want to eat right now, as you want to do anything in the life, you like as long as you're good enough from this, you're gonna leave it. You will not feel like you need it anymore. But needing something, it means that something, that thing is completing you. Same thing what I feel with my husband, like him to be in my life, I need that. I need him to complete me. I need him to do the thing that I'm not able to do. So this is how we go. And I'm pretty sure he also need me. He don't want me. He need me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Like wanting is a second tier.
Yeah.
First tier is needing. The second tier is wanting, and third tier could be indifferent. Like have it or not, it doesn't make a difference for you.
Exactly. Just a want, just
Yeah.
a desire.
Yeah. Now the first tier is needing because I need my wife to be able to cook. I can do that, but I don't want to, first of all. And the amount of struggle is gonna take me to go out and cook or clean. I can do much better things at the same time if we're to go out and make connections in terms of business,
Yeah,
work,
yeah.
and make more money. And she can do the same thing. She can, like, amount of time she's gonna take me to her to cook versus actually make money is gonna be drastically different.
Exactly.
So at this stage or any stage of my life, I would never say I want my wife, as in I can live without her. That's not the case. I need my wife, as in I cannot live without her.
And this is what I need also. Like I need to feel that he cannot live without me. Not just he wanted me at this time. He might don't need me, like, or wanted me in 1 year. So what I'm gonna do at this time? I just need him to need me and to understand that I'm a very like important, or I'm playing a crucial role in his life, and he has to understand that. This is what I need from my husband as well. And I just want to clarify something, like for girls. You don't have to get insulting when someone tell you like your expertise is the kitchen, for example, or just cleaning or do anything. Like I'm gonna ask you a question. If I told you your rule is to go do money or like to make money, do you feel insulting? No. Why? Because this is what everyone play in your mind, and just like make you understand that just gaining money, go outside, face the world, face like everyday struggles, and maybe everyone is gonna insult you outside. That's okay. But just being like a princess in your kitchen or a princess in your house, no, this is a problem. You shouldn't. Of course, no. You have to understand that I can't tell my husband he's an ATM. He will get insulted, right? Like because he's making money. That does not mean that he's an ATM in my life. No, right? So it's fine. Like
And I wouldn't be insulted because this is my job to bring money.
yeah, exactly.
Whether you like the way it's been said or not, it does not matter. This is my job. I need to
Yeah,
bring money. You
yeah.
can call me ATM, you can call me bank account, you can call me, I don't know, like vending machine, whatever.
Yeah.
I will be fine.
Just like about what the word has taught you, or the word has like raised in you, that's being in the house, being in the kitchen is like insult. Sometime in my life I honestly felt cringe to just say that I really enjoying doing wifey stuff. I'm enjoying doing like home stuff, cooking. I feel bad about it because like I feel like I'm someone who was not worried about her career, or she don't wanna be like looking for her future. But later on I discovered no, that's not this is not true.
And funny thing is, I'm indifferent. If she wants to work, she's welcome to. If she don't want
Yeah.
to work, she's welcome
And I
to.
did work.
Because my job is to make money. And she actually worked. She worked full time.
Yeah.
She wasn't working at anywhere. Then she worked full time at a corporate good position, and now she's not, right? So I didn't even want it to put my opinion onto it. I was like, okay, figure this out by yourself. But in the meantime, know that your responsibility should be the wife duty. That's
Yeah,
your
yeah.
first responsibility. Then work and career and things
And
like that.
I didn't feel honestly comfortable like just worrying all the day about my duty, which is the house, and also like other duty, like other my company stuff. Like I have to go to this company, like make my job in a good way, and all. I wasn't feeling comfortable because I didn't feel like this is what I should do, or like I feel more better staying at home, taking care of myself first and taking care of him and taking care of the house, because I wasn't able even to take care of myself, do like the basic stuff of taking care of myself, because I don't have time to do that. I have to cook now, I have also to go to work. It's such a chaotic thing for me. It didn't work.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, the family is become a family when you start needing your wife and wife start needing the husband.
For the next point, you should understand that your beauty is for your husband, not for others. And what I mean by saying that a lot of women do this mistake, and I'm gonna consider myself one of those women, but I'm aware about it, I'm trying to not to do it, is that we care a lot about our appearing outside than inside. And for example, if I did something for myself right now, like to look good or something, I'm gonna be proud that I'm just doing this for myself to look pretty, not for my husband, which is something very wrong. You have to understand, you have to look pretty, you have to show your best for your husband, not for anyone else. Of course, if you're clean, if your clothing is clean, you look clean and smells good, that should be enough for outside. You shouldn't worry about more than that, like how my face looks like, how my makeup looks like, how my hair looks like, how my body looks like. This is like, these all, like, if you have these thoughts, you have to understand this is like a red flag on you. You shouldn't care about much about what other men or other people look to you than your husband. If your husband wants you to be in the house like a fully with the full makeup and looks very good at the house, but when you go outside he wanted you to not to do all of that, just your clothing that's clean and that's it, you should listen to him, because this has to be your priority. You shouldn't prioritize others than you.
I do feel like it shouldn't be nothing. I feel like if I'm walking with my wife, I want my wife to be more presentable. It can't be like, whatever. Of course I wouldn't want you to be that makeup or that appealing to someone else, but I want you to have enough appeal that it would make my respect higher. Like, I'm with a woman that looks that great.
Yeah, exactly. I mean? But do you think it's for me to worry more like about that more than looking good for you in the house? That's matter for you?
Looking good would matter more, and for looking good outside should matter as more as it matters to me. You understand?
No, I don't understand.
Like, it should matter as, like, if I say no, you're doing way too much, or it's gonna attract attention based on your dressing and clothing, you shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Like, okay, because that's not what we're going for. But if I'm comfortable with whatever that level is, it's gonna differ by many people, but whatever that level is, I'm comfortable with you going outside. This is the level you should do, in my opinion.
So you mean like I just need to look presentable outside and that's it, not more than that.
Exactly. Just presentable to the sense that you're a good person, from a good house belongings, and then you're a decent person, not like any provocative clothing.
Exactly.
Or inappropriate.
So, and I think we're coming back to the same point that I just need to satisfy him, not satisfy outside. So if he want me to look presentable in a particular way, I should do that just for him, not for others. So I think it's the same point here. Yeah. So you shouldn't look for others, because like you have to understand also now, it's not like you're defeating yourself or like you're just erasing yourself. It's just that you have now a new prioritizing, and I will also need the same thing from my husband. I don't need my husband to look presentable and overacting or like very like grabbing attention to others more than me. I want him also to look very good in the house, even more than outside. This is my preference.
Yeah.
Next point is that you need to choose your marriage over freedom. And what I mean by that, I'm gonna talk about my personal experience, that I choose my marriage over my freedom, and I literally found my peace. So for me to be married and let him decide what I should do and what I shouldn't, that's for me is a peaceful life, and I need that, and I'm super comfortable with that. And I found my rest. Like now I'm resting. Like before him I wasn't resting, I'm just chasing things, I'm running. Now I don't have to run, I'm more comfortable, I'm more resting, and he has to worry about that.
But wouldn't that constrain what you used to do before than what you used to do now? Like, I'm sure a lot of things that you could do that nobody's watching would allow you, versus now that I wouldn't allow you, or I wouldn't like it, not just allow.
Everything in the life has a side effect, or like have a negative effect. So if even like my marriage like limited me or like put like a little bit a limitation for me. I'm okay with this limitation. I'm okay with these like side effects than other effects. Like for
So what are those limitations? Are we talking about?
like for example, I don't have to have any boyfriend. I don't have to talk with any men. Like this is kind of limitation, which is for me it's not that limitation because I wasn't doing this before married to him because it's in our deen it's haram. But I'm just in general, like even if it's allowed to me, I'm okay with it. I'm still okay with that.
Yeah.
Because I shouldn't care about any other men other than him.
Right. Same thing with me. Like there's a lot of things I could have enjoyed as a freedom. After getting to married, I'm like, okay, these are things I'm not gonna do. For example, if she saw a girl on my For You page or on my Instagram feed, for example, and she's like, okay, I'm gonna block her. And I know this friend for ages, and we are good friends, and there's nothing sexual or nothing any of that concerning at all. But if she want to block it, I'm gonna be like, you know what, go ahead and block it.
You shouldn't care more.
Yeah,
and
honestly,
honestly,
I'll be like, that friend has nothing to do with it. She's not paying my bill. She's not coming home. She's not taking care of my kids. She's not taking care of my house. I have nothing to do with that friend, but she is. So I wouldn't want to jeopardize my relationship just because of friendship. I would cut off friendship without a problem, without a reason, just because my wife wants it. That's it.
And I honestly, like, this is my also own opinion. I feel like the healthy relationship or like the healthy the healthy marriage will make you feel like you're very content with what you have, and you literally will not worry about anything else. Like this girl or this guy will never even come to my mind. It's fine. Just do whatever you want. Delete my social media. I don't even care. It's okay because now I'm content with this husband and I'm content with this partner, so I don't need anything else.
Yeah, and the thing is, you might think weird or controlling or whatever you want to call it, or you're insecure about your partner's friends, whatever that is. I don't care. That if that insecurity help her contain herself, that your man is not looking at other girls, I'm happy. If she tells me to block all the girls, I'll block it. There's no problem. But again, even if that's insecurity, if she's controlling me, whatever that is, I chose her and I trust her 110%. So if she wanna go out and block all my friends and don't want me to talk to any girls, I'll be like, you know what, that's completely fine, because I'm living a life with you, not with them. I will never let anything jeopardize my relationship just because I had a friend for 2 years.
Exactly. Same with me. Also, like, I 100% agree with you, and I will never have any problem with same thing with other limitation. Even for example, like don't go outside alone. This is something most of the girls will take it as a insulting thing, or they will not agree with it, which is, I will not criticize this, but like I don't even mind this at all. I don't mind going outside with my husband all the time other than alone. It's for me, it's fine. I even like the feeling that he care about me a lot, just he is not feeling comfortable letting me going outside alone.
I don't let you go outside because I'm not comfortable. I do let you go outside alone, but I make sure that you are with people that I care and I trust. For example, my family, I have no problem sending her family. I have no problem. Then there's family friends that we could go out with, like my family, her family, cousins, and things like that, no problem. But when she's going alone, I'm just worried that if she's going to be safe or not. That's all. It's not because I know that she's going to talk to some other guy or this or that.
No, it's
I'm
just
just
about,
worried
like,
about
security.
if she's safe. Because she's also new to the country, right? That's a big thing. She don't understand a lot of things, so I have to be very careful when I'm letting her outside in open, because I don't know how. And she also do hijab. You don't know what the next person is gonna think about her alone. There's a lot of incidences in Canada that people just pull someone's hijab and run away. Like
Really?
There has been instance even in Lloydminster, in Edmonton specifically, there's been discrimination against
honestly
hijabi
for
girls.
me, I have a wonderful experience in Canada so far. I don't have anything to say about criticism or anything. I don't feel it.
Yeah, alhamdulillah, and it will always be like that. So anyway, these all the things that makes me worried a lot. But if it's family, I don't care. I don't care where you're going, how long, but if it's alone,
and
I'm
again,
really
it's not
scared.
like someone forcing you. It's not like, you have to understand, like, all we're talking about it, there is nothing you have to force yourself to, or no one is gonna force you about it, just like our choices. And there is no harm, or there is nothing bad if you didn't choose this way. It's okay. You just have to figure it, even if it's another way, but you just have to figure it out to have a peaceful marriage and to have a good marriage, and you have to admit to responsibility. Same thing goes with your husband as well, and it's fine. He's not forcing me to stay at home, or he's not forcing me to not to go outside without him. If I want to, I will discuss with him and I will do it, and he will not mind it if he think it's better for me. It's not forcing. We're not forcing like anything to ourselves.
Because our baseline here is that I trust my wife that she will make all the right decisions.
Yeah.
And she trusts me that I'll make a right decision.
True.
If that's the base, if I'm asking her to not go outside, she's gonna be like, okay, I trust him, he's making a decision. And same way, if she's asking me to block all the girls, I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
she wants me to do it, I trust there's a reason for it.
And trust me, also, we don't have like we are not having this ideal marriage that every time I'm okay with everything he's doing, and all the time he's okay with everything I'm doing. We still have discussion, we still have argument, which is okay. But at the end of the day, I know, like, I need you to tell me, like, even though like I'm arguing with you a lot about things, and maybe you want to take a decision right now, but did it happen before that I forced my decision on you, or like my idea on you, and I forced you to do it? I don't think it's happened. Like, I might have a problem sometime with his opinion, or like his like the way that he want to do something, but I never force myself, because at the end of the day, I'm also telling him, okay, this is my opinion, this is what I think it's right. At the end of the day, you can do whatever you think it's right for us, but I'm just telling you my opinion. This is all I'm doing all the life. And same thing with him doing with me, and my my expertise, or the thing that I have to lead. Speaking of arguing, that most of the time when I argue, I don't argue to win. I let relationship win. Even if you have an argument with your husband, it's not a fighting. It is not like you are in the court right now and you have to argue to win your argument. It's nothing like that. What if you argue and you win your argument and you are in the wrong side?
A context says their man is coming in with a lot of work and they're coming home, and your wife is just arguing for everything she has a problem with. Now, men already are following someone else outside, listening to their BS and everything, and then they come home to listen to that. They're not gonna like it. When you are arguing, it's not just hurting, it's draining the man. You know what I mean? So in most cases, like, if you don't argue with your man, it makes him more comfortable, more easy, or more at peace coming home, rather than coming home to someone who's just arguing all the time. We shouldn't be lawyers in a relationship. Losing. If I lose the argument and I made you win, it's a win for a relationship. If she let me win the argument and she loses, it's a win of a relationship. So you don't have to fight to win. You have to fight to let the relationship win.
Because at the end of the day, you are a team. So you're playing for the team, you're not playing for yourself. Because we are married, we are not a partner or like a roommate, for example. Like, everyone has to have to win. We are playing for the team to make this team better.
And we're on the same team.
Yeah, exactly. So like any natural team, like a football team, anything, not everyone will agree with what the team leader gonna say, but at the end of the day, you have to do it because they're playing for the team, not for just one person. This is how like big companies win. This is how like every big corporate win or like success, because they are all playing for the corporate itself, not for them, like not for my own self.
The outcome of arguments have always been one person will lose and the other person will win. Now, if that's the case, now there's always one person is always going to be the loser, and you have to understand that if you want to make sure that you are on the right track or not, separate your decisions in two categories. One, that I'm responsible as a man, and the second, that she is responsible as a woman, okay, as a wife. Now, if the decision goes into either category, let the person whose responsibility that decision is win. Let him win, because not just God has put the extra neurons in their mind to make a better decision, but also that when they do that decision in that category, they will be better off with that than listening to someone else who's not responsible for that decision.
True, I agree.
So similarly, if it falls under her category, let the argument win from her side, so that, because I know that she's going to make a decision, I don't have to comment. Now, if it happened to be wrong decision, that's where we'll come back.
Put this all the time in your mind, that you are playing for the team, you're not playing for yourself. It is not a win for you if you win argument or you win something. It's gonna be a lose for the relationship, that should be your aim. Not yourself, not anyone else. It's the relationship between me and him. If I win this argument, is this gonna add anything to the relationship? No. So I shouldn't win. So that was all for today. I hope you enjoyed it. For now, take care of yourself. of the channel, and don't forget to subscribe us and like us and make a lot of comments for me so he understand that my videos is having more views than his video.
This is the first video she's doing the outro. So let's see how many views we're gonna get.
Yeah,
with this
so
video.
I just want to prove to him that everyone loves me. Is that considered that I'm playing for myself, not for the team?
No, even though if they end up liking it,
Okay, it's still gonna be our channel, so it's gonna be our team. Just tell me if you enjoyed it and wanted me to make a lot of videos on my own, so I'm gonna kick him out from this channel. So for now, take care of yourself and of the channel again, and see you tomorrow. Peace.